G'day, thanks for clicking the link. In a second, you're about to see a shorter version of a larger news show that I put out on Monday. So if you want to see more news like this, please subscribe, hit notifications, and enjoy. Sticking with Tesla's Powerwall for a moment, and those in South Australia, listen up. This might be of interest to you. Tesla and Energy Locals, as a company, they've launched a new battery-based retail energy plan by offering a $2,000 discount on the retail price of Powerwall 2s, as well as access to a time-of-use power pricing of $220 a year in grid support credits. Yeah, I said that correctly, definitely. This is great news because if you are a new customer and haven't accessed other state grants for like solar or batteries, you can get this $2,000 discount in addition to the state government's rebate of $2,700. And following the last 6 months with two Powerwall price increases in Australia, this is not bad. It will make the Powerwall 2 roughly about $10,000, which, crikey, is quite expensive. And well, you've got to factor on top of that, by the way, about another $2,000 in installation costs. But nonetheless, it makes it reasonably attractive, and by my sums, would mean that the repay would be in about 10 years. For customers who sign up on this plan, there's the usual quid pro quo and so forth. So, being part of South Australia's virtual power plant will mean that your Powerwall might be cycled up to 50 discharges per year, and that it will always maintain a minimum reserve of 20%. That's so that if the Australian Energy Market Operator, or AEMO, actually demand from it to support the grid in some way or another. It's great tech, and it's good to see that, well, Tesla and other retailers are creating these programs out there that incentivize people to actually get one of these batteries, because energy independence does change your perspective on how you use energy and how you're actually going to plan your day. Yeah, basically. In America, Tesla has started accepting Bitcoin as payment. I tried to get some footage of this, but unfortunately couldn't, because I was looking for this Bitcoin symbol next to order. Unfortunately, I could not see such a button, but Elon has reassured purchasers that this is something that can be done right now. If this does come to Australia, essentially this is how it's going to work. On the Tesla order page, it will tell you both the dollar price and the Bitcoin equivalent price. For example, if the payment web page shows a payment amount of $100 or 0.00287508 Bitcoins, you'll enter that amount into the field in your Bitcoin wallet. But keep in mind, if you take too long, the price will expire and you'll have to start over. This is no doubt exciting, as there are many early Bitcoin adopters who can use the massive Bitcoin portfolio. It's kind of hard for me to say Bitcoin. I don't know why. It's not a hard word, Chris. Anyway, so that massive portfolio that they've probably amassed, because remember, this thing started at cents, then dollars, and then just exploded. You could be buying some awesome car tech, or solar, or Powerwall. Not in the US, see before. But nonetheless, I think from today, this is something that's going to be very exciting, and I do hope it comes out to Australia. Okay, for this news story, I thought it'd be a great opportunity to actually get back into Model 3, because you may have seen some leaked footage of the Drive Select in the upcoming S and X refresh for 2021 that the Americans are going to get sooner than later. Lucky little buggers. 2022 Australia, sadness, I know, I get it. And it got me thinking. Now, check this out and put your comment down below. Do you think this is the way it's going to be operating in the Tesla Model S and X 2021-2022 model? To me, I hope not. I understand where they're coming from here, and that they've removed some of the stalks from the upcoming model, and that is completely fine. I understand that. That's something that's in Formula One cars. That's actually in some very high-end racing cars that you can buy that are street legal. And the controls on the steering wheel make perfect sense. But the sliding up and down like that, well, Elon suggests that it's actually going to be based upon the AI. So there's the camera, sensors, and things like that. It's going to understand, hey, maybe you're going to want to actually use this and you change to go forwards and backwards. Yeah, absolutely. But that's very heavily dependent upon the situation. And I think a good example where it won't work too well and it's very clunky is in a typical 3-point turn. You get to one of those very narrow streets and you need to turn around the car and you're doing a bit of left, reverse back, a bit more right, reverse back. You get the idea. And it just reminds me of this scene in Austin Powers where he's stuck in the hallway and he's trying to turn it around. Could you imagine sliding your finger up and down on this edge of the screen where currently in the Model 3 you can see where the selector is. So you can see kind of where they're going here. I think it's a bad idea. I have seen some comments online suggesting it is on the wheel, Chris. It is on the wheel. But when we zoom in on those pictures, and here they are right now, you can see there's actually like indicators left and right, a horn, there's the push to talk button, and there's a few others. And I can't see the drive select on there. And correct me if I'm wrong, I hope I'm wrong. I really do hope I'm wrong, because I think on the screen is not a good idea. And I love how in the Tesla Model 3, I'm not too sure on the S and X, I've only ever been in them, like yonks ago, just pressing it downwards to drive and up to go reverse and to push it in to go park, it's done like that. And it's well executed, it's well implemented, it's well thought out. But that screen isn't. So, hey, I could be wrong. This is Tesla after all, and they really are the pioneers around screens. Let's face it, look at this screen. This thing's amazing. Who would have thought that this would be, I think, where car makers are going? And guess what? They are. And this was what people were used to originally, and then we started moving towards traditional interiors, like for instance, button switches, dials, knobs, you name it. People would be barking at it and they'd be going, I don't like change, Chris. All those switches and knob dials are pathetic, they're stupid. It should be on a screen like it is. And yeah, change is difficult. Not everyone gets it. But I like to think I'm actually very much hip and cool, and I like utility. I like function. And that sliding up and down, that ain't it. That is not it. So yeah, let me know your thoughts. Put them down below. I'd like to hear from you. And if you enjoy this episode, you know what you can do? Subscribe. It would really help the channel. It honestly does. Put me a comment, as I said. Share this on your socials. Give us a like. Turn notifications on. And importantly, to help keep this channel going, join us over here, wherever it may be, on Patreon, where you can actually get early access to news, polls, stuff that you just don't get here. And as per usual, you be good and you be green.